Welcome to the Learning Zone with Miss Beachley, Miss Hall, and Miss Bates. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Learning Zone. I'm Miss Hall, and today we're going to be learning about how to add two-digit number with a two-digit number and how to add a three-digit number with a two-digit number. And if you haven't guessed, today is pajama day. And don't forget that tomorrow's crazy sock day. All right, let's get started. The objective is I can regroup twice to add using a place value chart and place value disk. So I'm going to do this two ways. I am going to show you how to draw a place value chart and draw the place value disk in there. And I'm also going to draw a place value chart and show you how we usually use the place value disk in class. And it's fine if you don't have place value dish. You can use any materials you can find. You can use markers, erasers, marbles, cars, whatever you can will work for this. So the first one we have 40 plus 70. So I'm going to draw the place value chart first. And it's very simple to draw. You break it into your three sections. So it represents our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. So we have 40 plus 70, and I already labeled these. So we have our ones place and tens place, ones place, tens place. So in 40, we have 0 ones, which means we don't have to put anything in our ones place. We can move to the tens. In our tens place, we have 4. So we're going to draw 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're done. 4 tens. Then we move on to the number 70. 70 has 0 ones. And it has 7 tens. And I'm going to draw this in a 10 frame to make it easier to count by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's all I mean by a 10 frame. So usually there's 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. But since we only needed 7, we have 5 and 2. All right, so now we can go ahead and add what we have. We don't have anything in our ones place, so we can go ahead and put a 0. Then we move over to our tens place, and we have to count all of the circles we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 tens. And we can't put 2 numbers in our tens place, which means we have to bundle 10 and move it over. So going back to this, we have to regroup and move it over to our hundreds place. So again, 10 frame. This is 7 because you have 5 and 2. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to draw a circle around these 10, which is called bundling. And we're going to move it over to our hundreds place, and it's going to become 100. And now we'll go back to our tens place, and we have 1 10 left. So we're going to write the number 1. Then we'll go to our hundreds place, and we have 1. So we're going to write the number 1. Going back to tens place, don't forget that 10 tens equals 1 100. I'm going to write that down here so that you don't forget. 10 tens equals 100. Whew. And so now we're going to write our problem out down here again. So we have 40 plus 70 equals 110. And now we're going to move over to our second problem. This one's a little different than the first one because we actually have numbers in our ones place. And I'm going to draw a big place value chart because I'm going to use it for these last 2 problems. And I'm also going to show you how I use the place value disk. So I'm going to draw the place value chart. And I'm going to use these squares. Usually students know that we use these little circles for our place value disk, but today I'm going to use squares. So my yellow ones are going to be my ones, and my green ones are going to be my tens, and I have this little orange piece for hundreds. So start with the number 49. 49, I have 9 ones. So we're going to place 9 ones up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have to represent 73. In the number 73, we have 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. And we have 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you see, I'm still using my 10 frame. So what we do the same thing as before. We count how many we have in our ones place. Remember, 10 frame, that right there equals 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I have 12 ones, and remember, we can't have two numbers in our ones place, so we have to bundle 10. So that's 9, 10. We bundle these 10, and these 10s all get moved to our tens place, but instead it becomes 110, which is this one right here. So now we have 2 left in our ones place, and we're going to count how many we have in our tens place. So I put that there with my 10 frame. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, can't have two numbers, so we're going to bundle 10. So 8, 9, 10. We're going to move this over, and these 10 becomes 100. So now we go back to our tens place. We have 2, and in our hundreds place we have 1. So for 49 plus 73 equals 122. Now we're going to move these out the way because we are going to use these again. And we're going to go to our last problem. And in our last problem, we have 136 plus 64. So this time we have a 3-digit plus a 2-digit. So we're going to label our places: ones, tens, hundreds, ones, and tens. So same thing as before. I'm going to start with our ones and 136. We have 6 ones. So let's get 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 3 tens. So 1, 2, 3. And we have 100. So 136. And now we have to add 64. So we need 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 64. All right, so now same thing as before. We count all the ones we have in our in our ones place. And we have, in our 10 frame, we have 6. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So remember, we have 10. We have to bundle those 10s and move it over. So these 10 will get moved to the tens place, and it's going to get replaced with a 10, which is my green one. So now we have a 10. Now we don't have anything in our ones place, so we're going to write a 0. All right, next we count our tens. So again, 10 frame, 5 and 2, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these, that makes our 10, and we're going to bundle them and move them to our 100 place, which becomes 100. So going back to our tens place, we have 0 now. And in our hundreds place, we now have 2. 1, 2. Which means 136 plus 64 equals 200. So if you have questions about any of this, make sure you reach out to myself, Ms. Bates, or Ms. Beachley. We'll be glad to help you. So your classwork is this paper right here, and we're going to get started on it right now. All right, so this is a worksheet you should be working on. Remember to always write your name and today's date, which is April 6th, 2020. And the first two problems are like the one I gave you in the video. So you have 80 plus 30 and 90 plus 40. So if you want, you can draw a place value chart over here. It could be small or big. It's up to you. So you have 80, and that's 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And nothing in the ones place. And then we move to 30, 30, nothing in the ones place. And then you have 3 tens. And count. So remember, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. Since it's 11, we have the bundle of 10 and move it to the hundreds place. And now we have 0 ones, 1, 10 left over, and 100. So 80 plus 30 gives you 110. Do the same thing for 90 plus 40. All right. And now I want to show you this bottom part. So it says circle the statements that are true as you solve each problem using place value this. So again, if you want to, you can get a blank sheet of paper and make a place value chart there, or you can write it on this paper. So you have 47 plus 123. So I'm going to draw a place value chart right underneath it. So 47, we have 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have 123. So 3 ones, 2 tens, and 100. So we know that this is 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10, bundle 10. Move it over. Now let's count tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's put a 0 here, 7 here, and then 100. So equals, you can put it here, 170. So you have to circle one of these. I changed 10 ones for 110. I changed 10 tens for 100. The total of the two parts is 160. The total of the two parts is 170. So let's see, did we do this? I changed 10 ones for 110. So ones place, yes, we did change these tens and we moved it over to a 10. So we did that. I changed 10 tens for 100. Did we do that? No. So if you want, you can cross that out, put an X to it. It's up to you. The total of the two parts is 160. Did we get that? No. And then the total parts of the two parts is 170. Did we get that? Yes. So you circle that. So you see you have two choices. And that's how you do the bottom part. Really quick, on the back, number 3, you have your, Number 3, you have a number bond. So you do it the same way. Write an addition sentence that corresponds to the following number bond. Solve the problem using your place value disk and fill in the missing part. So remember, in place value, a number bond, you have your parts and you have a whole. So what that means is your addition sentence, you're going to take these two numbers. So you have 45 plus 95. That's your addition sentence. And then once you add both of these numbers up, then I want you to write your total. And then this whole thing will be your addition sentence. And then number 4 and 5, use a place value chart. You can use a number bond. And number 5 is asking you about Kim and Stacy. Both of them got 2 different answers, so you need to see who answer is incorrect. So which one was wrong, and explain how do you know they're wrong. So you can use a place value chart, you can use a number bond, you can use a number sentence, or you can explain it in words. So if you have any other questions, make sure you reach out to me. And hopefully I see you guys later through our class meeting. See ya. I also wanted to show you the anchor charts that you can use. So you have your hundreds chart. If you wanted to count the numbers for the addition, you can certainly use this. We also have the double digit addition with regrouping. So it shows you the written way or the standard algorithm, how to line your numbers up, how to carry your one and place it. Then we also have, oh, not that one. We also have the place value 3-digit addition. And on here, the first one is without regrouping. And it shows you the place value chart. And it lines the numbers up for you. So you can see that the first row is your 333 and the second row is 123. And then you see you add it up just like we did before. Then down the bottom is with regrouping. So use your place value chart. Once you reach your 10, you move it over. And if you reach 10 again, you move it over. So you can use that one. And the last one is this. I can use different strategies to do addition with regrouping. So you have the drawings. You have it where you can break it apart into expanded form. And then you also have these two ways, which we'll learn more about tomorrow. So you have one where you can carry the one at the top, and then you have one where you can carry the one at the bottom. So if you need help with anything, make sure you reach out to me, Ms. Bates, or Ms. Beachley.